Hello. Hi. Awkward introduction where I don't make eye contact because I don't know where I'm going with this joke. Stay with me here. Welcome to the final part of the current state of Warframe, where I've been convinced to download said game and I will be playing. They have roided up my my favorite, my preferred frame, and we are going to be full sending. And there's a couple last minute things that I may ask and talk about, and I'll pretty much say what I have to say about the current state. What you hear in the background currently is I did some digging myself, and what you hear in the background playing is going to be Warframe dedicated and versions of, lo-fi versions of Warframe music. So enjoy the steamy sounds of Warframe lo-fi.
God.
So I love it.
Like
It sounds so good. With me again are the gurus, Zach Hunter 52302, John Oldsteinbergers. I'm kidding, just John. It's just John. AKA Rocks and Thunder, and we have from the current state of Smite video, we have Josh, aka Visceral, but in this it's Solus 6, so you know, hey. Either or. Say hi.
Hello.
Josh.
Hello.
Josh is muted.
Damn it, Josh!
Hello, I'm sorry.
So they're pretty much we're gonna be playing the game. And I'm here for the ride, so they're in charge. I don't know what we're doing. I'm clicking buttons.
Clicking buttons.
Why'd you have to go with the lo-fi versions? You couldn't just do the normal
I know,
one?
like, I was sitting here like,
But lo-fi is so
we
good.
all live together by itself is a godsend. John.
it's a great song, man.
I'm well aware.
It was on my She Shanty playlist for like a good while.
No, it's still on mine. The artist for it, Keith Power, did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm just not a huge. I'm gonna get canceled for this. I'm not a huge fan of Narmer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
I enjoy it every time it comes up. Which of the three lyrical ones are you most in tune with?
I personally really like We Live Together.
Wasn't there a revised one that they did for the update that with Ballast? Wasn't there a revision to it?
That was Narmer.
Oh, okay.
Narmer took We Live Together and twisted it in A into like more of a minor key, and then changed the feel and the lyrics of it, which I love.
Alright. Yeah.
That's the only reason I love it.
Let's see, I'm trying to think. What do you think of? I am missing the name now. The
Sisters?
Yeah, the Sisters song.
I actually love that song.
Do you like it more than We All Live Together, or is All Live Together the top?
It's just slightly below.
Life support on the way.
Like, not
I am. Did you already see the new music that they put in with this update?
I have not yet.
It's on the loading screen. Yeah, I was sitting on it for a little bit. I wonder if they've updated Keith Power's Spotify list, or if they even use Keith Power for this one. It seems to be a go-to for them for Keith.
Hitting two.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you.
Oh, nope. Only...
Life support
So
has
each
been
life
replenished.
support, Hines, gives you 30 life support. And if it reaches 0, we have to finish the mission.
Gotcha.
Because the timer will start. So most people don't hit these things until around 40 or 50%.
Roger that.
Because one of the things they do end up dropping life support as well. You'll
Yeah,
see it as
there's little
yellow
life supports.
yellow
We
points
are
on-
little yellow life supports. We all live on a yellow submarine. You try to fit life support into submarine.
I wouldn't even try.
I think that's the whole point of a submarine.
It's having life support.
Life support incoming.
Feel bad. I'm trying to see what Heinz is up to. Making sure that he gets to play the game.
What do you mean? I'm just alting on top of life support, and they're just walking into it. It's hilarious.
Your cage, have you understood what your cage is for?
It provides CC, it kills anything in it, it strings them up. It's like that one really fucked up scene in in Silent Hill.
I've never seen
Oh,
Silent Hill.
okay. Well, if you've seen Silent
I'm
Hill,
not a
you know
horror.
what scene I'm talking about. And
Here.
it's such fun.
You now have a meatball friend.
Want a skeleton to come help out?
I'm a meatball.
Just walk out my cage, fucking nerds. Whip. Whip.
I love seeing Heinz so happy and whipping things.
That's...
Heinz is releasing his inner,
Media,
dom.
sorry.
Releasing his inner dom.
true.
It's why he has a leash for all his dogs. Not just because they
Oh,
require
gosh.
leashes, but because...
My cooldown on it is just
he's
so low,
practicing.
too, because it goes down and I can just press 4 again, and I don't have to do anything, man. This is the life.
I'd say this bit
You should
is
all just
kinda-
stop killing and just go sit in his cage.
Woo!
I gotta let my.
To draw all the enemies, because this cage can only hold, like, I think 6 of them?
I'm
Did
gonna
you
let
give
my
it...
guns go away. Give me a moment.
Did you, give him an intensify, John?
I did.
Alright, so yeah, this cage should hold like 6 or 7 enemies. I don't know. Maybe I should have played the new frame that I got. Shire.
Additional life support has arrived.
I didn't bring Ordis.
So,
You didn't. How dare you not bring Ordis?
so
That's
what?
gonna be a card. That's gonna be a cardinal sin now, John.
What are we getting out of this? What's the?
So
Wait to answer in 10 seconds.
Oh, yes.
So on the left-hand side of your screen, I should have asked this when he said it. You see life support 62%,
Uh-huh.
whatever percent it says for you. Under that it says the time. And now you get a reward every 5 minutes. So we got 2,500 credits at 5 minutes. At 10
Nice.
minutes, there'll be another. I don't. You can Google the rewards and like know what your percentage chances are. I don't fucking know what they are. But at 10 minutes, we'll get another random ass reward. And at 15, we'll get another one. And at 20, we'll get another one. You should see a pattern here.
Yeah. Understood.
Depending on the mode too. So this is a dark sector. This is where that name comes in. This is a dark sector survival. On dark sector survivals, your resource drop chance improves.
I think
So-
so. Oh yeah.
And so, we're getting a little bit more resources than we normally would on a mission. So you're collecting more resources. Then if this was a relic run, we would also be getting like prime parts, like or formas and other stuff like you saw earlier in a relic run.
Yep.
The only issue is I could not find a relic survival mission that was low enough for us to do.
Gotcha.
And then when you move into like skill path survivals, every 5 minutes you get those acolytes that come in and try to kill you.
Yep.
And when you kill them, that's where you get even bigger rewards along with the 5 minute additional one. That's like a I want to say augment, but that's wrong. An arcane. You destroy the acolyte, you kill the acolyte, you have a chance for an arcane, which is a huge, tremendous reward. And then you do that in 5 minute increments.
Gotcha.
And
gotcha.
so, if you could combine all of those together, where you found like a steel path relic farm, you would be getting a lot of rewards, especially with on dark sector, which I don't think would happen. But just a lot and a lot of rewards, and then also just endurance tests, which is why I enjoy it, because I'm just running around here killing. These are one of the missions where you're not, you know, like limited by a mod or mob capacity,
Gotcha.
where they all will just run at you and until they either die or until you die.
Really? Nerd?
Josh, was that just idle animation?
Additional life support
I haven't
has
moved
arrived.
since like 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of not moving, so you said you're not feeling Lost Ark right now because you don't like running the same things over and over.
And then I play Warframe. Yeah.
What's your longest survival?
Longest survival that I've like sat in? Maybe 2? No, hour and a half.
Oh, interesting.
But that was a while ago.
Interesting. Homie doesn't even want to get on 30 minutes in raid with me.
I'm sorry. I'll get on with you.
No, it's whatever. No, I already
I was
did my
actually
raids.
thinking of getting back onto it.
No, it's whatever. Do whatever you want.
Want to do Lost Ark?
Deep feel free pressure.
Yes.
What is this floating thing above Josh's head?
Well, that is
That's
a
a
sentinel.
pet.
As a pet.
Ah,
So you know the dogs?
yeah.
It's like that, but I had this skin that you saw, and I like it more than the dog right now. So I just use this.
Copy.
There might be more uses for any of the pets. As far as I know, they just pick shit up for you. That's all I really need them for.
There's a lot of variants to the pets nowadays that I don't even know
There's probably
about.
hella
I
new.
just
Yes, like, there's a lot of variants in the pets.
no like variants in like
Yeah.
yes, you have your Moa pet, you have your dog, you have Ortis now.
Do you like my pets?
Kinda like, you streaming? No, you're not streaming.
No.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Can't see
Oh,
my
your
guns.
stupid gun. Your guns do not count as pets. Not how that works, John.
This is how this works.
Why? Oh. That's why my energy is draining so quickly. I'm on the wrong branch. I have the wrong school equipped.
You know what cool Warframe would be if you could edit the HUD?
Yeah.
Like,
I always
I
thought
wish
the
I
HUD
had my
was actually-
wisp buffs like bottom, middle of my
Original
screen.
operative just found.
ah.
They could not do this without you.
Really?
Heinz over here whipping shit.
I think I've used my melee like a couple times.
Yeah, so that's one big difference. Is I personally, and this goes for all my friends that I used to play Warframe with, I was about the only one that focused on my abilities for Warframes, like your whip, and I didn't ever get too much into weapons. But that's why I like Protea's guns, Messa's guns, Grendel's ability to just do a lot of damage with his one.
Yeah.
Is because I heavily relied a lot on my ability to deal and do damage to the enemies, just like you're doing with your whip.
Yep.
You said guns?
Yours is an ability. Go ahead. Pick a different Warframe. You don't have those. That's an ability.
Plays
Um,
Mesa.
I really wish what you could do is play Mirage and have that ability on.
Oh my god.
That would be so fun. I have 3 guns now.
Long story short, Heinz, the Warframe I'm playing, Zaku, has an ability in which I steal enemies' guns, and they float around me and they shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, I have 15 guns, or right now 11 guns, floating around me. Just shooting.
Actually, it's not guns in this mode because they're infested. But
Well,
regardless of that,
they turn into guns.
do they?
Yep. So like right now, it's my primary floating around with the Nadaruk.
Oh, that's interesting that they just stopped using the orbs.
No, there's a
Oh,
few.
wait.
There's a few orbs in there somewhere.
That's interesting. Huh.
I don't know what the difference is, but
I would assume type of damage.
I don't know.
My assumption, like your Netherrook might be doing puncture while the orb is doing impact. I don't know. That's a wiki question. Heinz, this will get harder and harder as we go along. If we stayed in here long enough, these level 18 enemies would be 999. But that's
Gotcha.
a very long way away. So we can be in here until like 20 minutes, and then we can switch to defense, which will basically be, it's kind of like survival, but it's not based on a life support. Is that you're just trying to defend that specific target.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other different endless missions that we can definitely.
There
try
it
to
is.
for gameplay. Where's what? I am so lost where everything. Yeah.
Whoa!
You brought your. Oh my god. Do I have my launcher with me? I don't think I have my launcher with me. Oh.
Oops.
You finally went down.
I've delivered.
No, I was coming to get you.
Fault.
I promise.
No, you're fine.
So one of the things that, and just so you know, for future reference, when you resurrect, so I don't know if you noticed, but you do have a certain amount of times you can do that.
Yeah.
But it also uses up affinity, which is what is used to level up your items.
Gotcha.
So like, if you're like, hey, I'm going to level this stuff, you want to wait till somebody resurrects you until you get out of that down state and die.
Gotcha. Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure I'm going the wrong way. Oh, maybe I'm not. I'm trying to get to Heinz and Josh. I am very much going the wrong way.
I noticed Heinz was
Yeah.
fucking decades away, and I started running to him. I literally got to him as he self-res. I was like, that's okay.
I wanted to limit test.
And how'd that go?
Life support activated.
Seemed
How's your
okay.
limit?
Seemed okay. When so the limit was I ran out of energy and could no longer do shenanigans.
So the difference is in survivals, basically like you don't want to move locations a lot. You want to find a room that you can just kind of vibe in. I'll touch on what we just got a relic. I'll touch on this thing. Yeah. You don't want to move a lot in survivals because like right now we're splitting the enemies between you and I and Zach and John.
Yeah.
All the enemies will be splitting between where we're at. So you wouldn't have run out of energy, but you're splitting half of the opportunities to drop energy orbs and shit like that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Limit testing is kind of weird. It's like never action instead. The fuck mission are you doing? But yeah, we just got a relic as our 15-minute reward. So that's what Zach was talking about. What
Yeah.
you guys were talking about in the other episodes. If we were to go into a better version of this, one second. Sorry, I had to cough. There's another type of mission. Like this was just free. Like we just entered this survival.
Yep.
There's one that uses relics, and they just get better rewards, like friend cards.
Yep.
John, did they ever go over the Xmas not being affected by abilities?
I know they
In-
changed
in those-
Xmas's on like what they did. As for what it was, I know it's different per Xmas, so I have no idea. That was a very long-winded way of saying I have no fucking.
Sounds good. Because I know some of them I can do stuff too with my abilities. It also depends on the type of ability, because I understand that I believe with Zaku and like Protea, you're able to affect them still with your guns, but I'm not able to affect them like with my one over here. They just walk right through me. Why? Oh, why? Let's see here. Oh, there's a crap ton of stuff to pick up over here.
That's a little bit of a gripe that I have with this game, is like, because sometimes we go off and do our own thing, we're not always together. In Lost Ark, or even sometimes WoW, if stuff drops, you get it regardless if you're right next to it to pick it up. I feel like I have to like do like a whole lap around the whole place just to find the stuff that you guys had dropped from other stuff.
That's,
So
it changes with pets, like the pets John and I have, and the one Josh has an ability to just vacuum stuff up as you pass by it instead of needing to walk over it.
there is a mod that you can do the same thing with your dog as well. I can't remember. It's like
He's not
retriever or something. Like
necessarily saying that like walking over it. He's saying like right now, like where he died at. He then has to go all the way back to where we were stationed previously to get any of the loot.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to just walk, like, we're all in the same instance, all dropping the same stuff. I shouldn't have to just walk near it or over it to, like, pick it up. I should just be able to just get it. Like, obviously, there's some caveats to that. So, like, let's say rare, more special items, I should have had to, like, manually pick that up. That makes sense. But, like, there is probably a fuck ton, because like you guys have like done some roaming. There's probably a fuck ton of shit that have dropped that I'm not gonna get because I haven't walked near it. That drives me absolutely insane.
that comes back to the stick together kind of thing.
Yeah, but like every time I've played this, that like with areas like this, like I've stuck in like. When Josh mentioned something like last time, I've just been sticking in like in this area, and like you guys have obviously roamed a little bit because I've walked out a couple times, and like I'm still picking up stuff that that was like outside of this immediate area.
It's nothing I've ever really thought about. Like I playing and coming from Lost Ark, which I haven't, I can understand it. It's something I've never considered being an option. There's been times where I'm like, ah, shit, I didn't pick that up, and it sucks. Things like a shadow ephemera or something from if the stalker dropped it, which I can definitely see. Oh, another relic. Having gripes with, especially when something so rare like that drops so uncommonly. Wonder if they've ever thought about that. I wonder if that's ever been mentioned.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's such a small gripe, and it's not that big a deal. Because like if it is super important, most of the time you guys have like pinged it out. It's like, hey, come get this.
Yep.
But like all this other stuff that I'm picking up, it's probably not that big a deal, honestly.
Most of the time it is, so it's not. Sorry, like you'll pick up. One of the biggest things is it nanodes or nanites?
Nanos.
You will pick those up from every single mission that you go through, and they are probably the most
Nanospores.
Yeah, they're used in crafting and stuff like that, and like I'm just using nanodes as a example, but it's just extremely quick on a one thing, I get 1,000 of them. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. Now, if it's like gallium and stuff like that, some of the rarer resources, most of the time people will
I'm
take
gonna go get hit. And a whole bunch of enemies should just come hit me. I don't have energize on my Grendel.
that.
I don't need it. Grendel has a health pool like Anarnos does.
I
And
still
Nidus. And so
I still run a fucking energize in my Nidus. I probably could
Really?
change it out. Well, I also don't use Hunter, actually.
you don't use Hunter Adrenaline?
I
Why?
don't think so. I don't remember if I do or not.
Do you use
Change
Rage on it? Like you may not need both, but
I think I changed. I can't remember what my Nidus build is. Now that I think about it.
yeah, anyone like Grendel or Nidus or Anarnos should. They don't need Energize because they have such an abusive use of their health pool. Just like Harrow and Hildron are able to abuse shields.
Oh, we are down to 40%.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just grab one.
Life support has been replenished.
But so yeah, Heinz. Even the enemies are level now 30 coming at us. This is something I very much enjoy and have enjoyed doing over the past almost decade.
Yeah.
Is missions like this. Some of them I do are a little bit harder. Some of them are just like this for relaxation and killing 30 minutes. But it really depends on either who you're with in the party or if I'm doing it solo.
Right.
Oh. I really want to read up on these X-Misses, John. Their new
Yeah.
abilities are irritating.
Like there was one Corpus one where it's got like, because like I've noticed the Xmas differ between factions as well. One of the Corpus ones have a giant shield that rotates around them.
Yep. I saw him. Trying to think, what else do we kind of run? Because we're on this in 30 minutes in 6 minutes. We could try defense. There's really no difference there. Just run Limbo or Frost or something. Are there endless missions for space? Oh, I'm a 0.
In Railjack? Well, kind of. So the way they did Railjack, especially endless missions, is they said, hey, the first half of this mission is going to be on your Railjack.
Oh yeah, and then
it's
the
going
rest
to be
of it's
this.
just, yep. I remember. I'm trying to think. What would be fun and a little bit more active? Ooh, we could do the tower defense ones where you bring the keys to a disruption.
Yeah.
I think that might be fun. Or we could taxi to, I don't know what the level of the new stuff is on the Zerm, and pretty sure it's like 30 or 40. How's your whipping and weapons doing, Heinz?
Fun. Like I said, I haven't been using any. Well, the majority of the gameplay for me has been placing my ult down somewhere and walking around and picking everything up. Wash, rinse, repeat, and just whipping stuff that I just, like, go past. So, linear, for the most part.
An issue DE's trying to fix still is having melee so prevalent, and making guns a little bit better. And so if you are to go around and instead of whipping things, use your, what do you have? What, Skana? Yeah, your Skana. You'll still get a lot more maybe kills in.
Are we going to extraction?
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can leave at 25. That's fine. We can run to extraction.
I mean, we can just stand outside of extraction for 4 minutes if you really want to leave it at 30.
No, the rewards for another 5 minutes. I think it's more rewarding to do 5 minutes of something else right now for Heinz's video.
No,
than going to be-
I'm entertained. It's explosive.
Entertained?
I'm
Good.
just gonna throw down my ult right outside of it, like Josh said, and I just
Let's see. I want to be a meatball again. Where's an enemy so I can be a meatball again? This is
I don't know what I'm paying, but here's that gallium.
This is John, this is unfortunately like the best thing about Grendel. But it's definitely the ability that you helmet away it.
G is how you ping. I don't know if you changed it.
Somewhere up here.
got it. All right, stand right here and ult.
I'm gonna go grab 2 life supports.
Life support has been replenished.
I love this gun.
Which one are you running?
The Mazda.
Life support activated.
Oh, you're talking your Arkham one?
The art gun, yeah.
Are you not out of ammo for that yet? Or do you get...
So you can send it back, and then it comes back with more ammo, but you can pick up ammo as you go through as well.
I thought it was like a 5-minute timer for that thing.
Well, I used it about 15 minutes, and it's definitely past 5 minutes.
Okay. Stupid disruption bubbles. Maybe I need to grab more energy. Or life support. I'll go grab one more. Jesus. You guys have a party coming to you.
Copy.
The one of the doorways. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have a compass.
Life support has been replenished.
Maybe they're just
Ow.
waiting for me and hanging
I'm
out.
gonna call me crazy. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say the direction the exact way.
Well, I was trying to figure out which direction that was. It was more of a question for me than him.
It's that way.
Yeah.
Ow.
I didn't touch you.
Ow. The great thing about Grendel, John, is that his one also acts like vacuum. He can suck up and pick up items to him.
There's more fixed there.
Alright, we must go,
The longer
children.
you fight, the more successful
Hundred
you
endo.
will be.
Nice.
What?
Said I want to be meatball again. But I can't. I have to have an enemy. Oh, there we go. There we go. Congrats, you just finished your first 30-minute survival.
I think I've done. I think I've done that before. Last time when I was in Korea with you guys.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's because I got
Oh,
Korra
yeah, I was never
somehow.
in Korea.
And you saw.
Wait, what?
You said
I
when
was
I was
never.
in Korea with you guys, and I said I was never in Korea.
The placement of the commas are so important.
True.
Hines had 620 kills. Okay.
Yeah, I pressed 4.
Actually, I think that's more based on your 1. All right.
Should I bring
Maybe.
Sarah next
I
time?
don't
Then?
know. God, no, that's not fair. Maybe do something a little bit harder. What do we have for relics? Because we just got some stuff. Oh, there's a Neo survival that we could run.
30 and 0% fire accuracy. I was using a flamethrower. I had 100% fire accuracy.
Well, dude, I don't want to just shove it into another survival for the rest of his video. Sabotage, survival, mobile defenses. I'm trying to see what. Is there a disruption? Oh wait, there's a disruption on Lua that we could run. That will, I think, give us Corpus by mobile defense. Disruption on Apollo. Do I want to bring? Here. I'm gonna bring my Protea. So this one's a little bit different, Hines. Where your cage will actually matter because those cages around the life pods, those life pods can't actually take damage. This one for disruption, there's 4 different places that, and it's like a mobile defense in the way because you're supposed to protect those towers.
Okay.
And it's another endless mission. Is there? I'm gonna see if there's a relic disruption. No. And then when in doing so, you're just trying to protect the towers like a mobile defense would, but it acts and plays out more like a survival.
Gotcha.
Without the
And these
issue,
towers
without
do
the issue.
sometimes give you debuffs. They give you buffs some rarely, but
Oh shoot, my bad. I need to.
No, you're good.
Totally forgot.
you're fine.
It's like Monster Hunter. It's like ready up. Oh, I can't. I must complete the war within.
Oh no. Okay.
What happened?
I can't believe you didn't finish that quest yet, Hines. How dare you? We'll leave this and go pick Hines back up. Yeah. All right, let's support. Hines, do you want to resend the invites? Hit that little plus button, and then just run through us when that list loads.
Like a train.
Don't know where the next disruption would be. Let's see here. Could run.
I know there's some on-corporate ships. I don't know where.
Yeah,
ships, but
I'll do a defense, and I'll make it a relic defense. That way he can get a little taste of relics. See if you can do this one, Hines, because I don't know. Go ahead and hit apply there, and you're gonna have your list of keys that you have pop
Hit
up.
what?
Hit your check mark.
Yep.
And then, okay, so you have enough keys for this for a little bit, and then you're gonna hit that, and then apply it and equip for the mission.
And just one that I just pick whichever one
yeah.
I want, right?
Yep.
I don't know what I want in life. It
do-
doesn't matter. I'll
do you-
eventually use them all, anyways,
Correct.
right? Yeah. so-
Equip for mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one's going to be a defense. Why are you bringing Saren? You're gonna kill everything. Is there a way?
Would you rather me kill things with guns or with the plague? Take your pick.
Fine. I feel like you're gonna do both anyway. All right.
Or I could bring my ember and burn everything to the ground.
Red Bull number 2 down. All right. I think who are we waiting on?
Oh,
Waiting on Jay.
I've got to equip Ortis.
Go equip Ortis.
Equip. Equip. Okay, he's equipped. Oh, that's the carrier.
Doesn't matter.
I wanted the helium.
Actually, that should give you more ammo easily for your Arcwing gun.
If I use it. I forgot.
Heinz is over here flying around. Oh,
I do that every so often.
Yep. Alright, there we go. Oh, this is the fun survival room. I enjoy this one. I'm so used to seeing the organs.
And get my 4th finger ready.
Okay,
Press for...
This flower thing next to you, Heinz, will spawn energy for you.
Nice.
You can pick it up and use it. Since this is a relic, will every 5 waves be able to pick a reward. Whenever they drop. Anyone have a radiant reacting yet? Nope, no one? Okay. Hopefully it's not glitched. There we go. Okay, Heinz, make sure you're picking up these radiants. They should pop up on your map as like little
Copy.
8s.
Yep.
And then when you crack all of them, once you get 10, you'll crack open that relic.
Copy.
I need to put another flower down. Let's see here, someone's being, yeah, I did too.
Boom.
This one goes up and down, doesn't it, John?
Yes. Wave
Not
3
this.
is when I think it goes.
There we go. 2 more radiants.
There's some downstairs.
Yep. I'm trying to kill them while they're up here.
Well,
7,
sometimes I just
8.
don't have the control of the map. They just kind of affect everybody.
9. John has 10.
I have
Awesome.
9.
And then you'll hear a very loud sound.
Yep.
That sounded louder than normal for me.
Never run out of energy ever. Whip everything.
Yeah, you're never gonna run out of energy with Proteon on your team. Well, like you will, but you'll get it back faster.
Oh, come here, sir. Come here, sir.
Good. Come here. Come here.
You're dead. You're dead. There we go.
Come pick up this key thing.
That's used to get up the warp. I think it's just Protea, actually.
Unfortunate. It is used to get aesthetics, though. There's lore behind it. Unfortunately, they just gave Protea away for free.
I didn't get it either.
What was your guys' issue with that? I'm so confused.
I was at work.
No,
was
not
also at
yours.
work.
John, okay. I should have logged in for both of you and done it. I wish I had known. Would've... Ha!
Yeah,
John, it's wave 4. You liar.
Okay. Well, it was at the end of wave 3. So.
Good.
Heinz, did you pick up that key yet? That was marked.
What?
Did you pick up the key that was marked?
Giant point on the ground.
I see the gold defense symbol on my screen.
Heinz, you're in the middle. Alright, do you see me? Right here, jumping?
Yep.
Follow me.
I'm gonna make sure the objective isn't destroyed.
Good smart.
There's nothing there for him. It might be locked behind objective stuff.
Gotcha.
No, because I can pick it up early on, I thought.
Well, right, but if you don't have the quest selected for it, that it may not even like pop up for him. I don't even know if the key carrier showed up for him. Josh, your wisp is still cool.
I know.
Forgot how. I don't know why they haven't nerfed her. She is such a god tier support.
You don't need to nerf anything. Making the paracesis swing like 300 times faster. What do you mean? I'm not sure if you've noticed, but you're getting an extra like 1k health from me. Zoomies like a motherfucker and a stun.
Why would you
Yeah,
nerf
great.
that?
Because it shoves 3 Warframes into 1 support frame. And then
no. It shoves 3 support frames into 1 ability. That's all on my 1.
That's fair and more sad.
I also have Nova on my 3, and I'm gonna get rid of my 4, so then I can, one day when I get Protea, I'll put her shit there. So that I can have all the flowers.
Yeah.
Josh is quitting Warframe and you're becoming a gardener.
What? Oh, fuck that.
No, my family
Good.
plays every flower it touches.
What about when these flowers kill?
No. I swear, if you put like a man-eating plant against my family would still win.
Damn.
My mother's killed a fake plant before, my dude. Like,
That's not possible.
fake plants aren't supposed to droop.
Alright, so obviously I get to choose. Like,
Yep.
is there anything I should prioritize? I'm assuming the
Ivara
Formas, right?
Ivara Prime. No.
Alright. Why Ivara?
Ivara is a good frame. And then we'll need to reapply a key here soon. So now you reapply a key. First off, Ivara was the only frame to pick out of those choices.
Oh.
Secondly, Ivara is really good stealth frame.
What am I doing here?
And
Just picking another one?
Yep, you just pick another one. And then equip for the mission. And we'll go like... No!
What?
John!
Continue to defend.
You guys didn't equip it fast enough.
Damn.
So you guys won't get rewards at the end of this.
Well, we could just pick yours.
Nope.
No,
If you didn't participate in it.
I was trying to get Vara systems for him.
That would have been smart of me to even...
Well, that was the one I was trying to click on.
But yeah, you'll click on it. On my... I think you can double click on it to equip. But you'll want to equip for the mission. It gives you like 15 seconds or something to choose.
I had clicked it, I didn't say click.
But yeah, that's the good thing about these relics, Heinz, when they originally added them, is it makes farming for specific parts easier because multiple people are able to equip for the same thing.
Gotcha.
So
To
you get
increase the
multiple-
chances of
Yep. So
Big.
if John, yourself, and I both all equipped for an Ivara Prime systems, it's not a guarantee that it's going to drop, but it's definitely a lot higher
More likely.
chance. And that's something we never used to have, is that when it was just tower keys, no matter what happened, everyone got the same dropped part. Even though everyone put in and used up a key. So, the relics were really good in that sense, in addition to allowing other places minus the void being traveled to. So, my plan was to leave here on 10, but we can run 15 and try for Navarro Prime systems.
we're sitting at 49 minutes right now. I have one final we're gonna wrap it up after this, and then yeah, we can continue like beyond the video, but.
Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts while playing, or do you want to do a thoughts later?
So
Like,
here are my like the only last question I had. I was gonna go to the one weird fucked up part of the ship and ask what the fuck is that horror ass shit in the back left corner of the goddamn ship?
Yep.
What is that?
That's called a helmet. So what you can do is you can go in. So once you get the part for it, because it is part of other
segmented
than
part.
yeah, it's a segment part like you did for the incubator and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can go in and subsume a warframe. So basically, you get rid of one of your warframes, but then you get an ability that you can take and put on other warframes. So like I can take on.
Wait, so I could
A
whip with Oberon?
predetermined ability.
No, it's predetermined ability.
Okay.
For
You don't
Korra,
get to
it's
choose
your
out of the 4.
for Korra, it's your 2, your ensnare, so it's your CC ability,
Aw.
which is still technically whipping people. The animation for it is whipping.
I know.
For Protea, it's her flower, which is what Josh was talking about beforehand, is where the flower gives health, ammo, and energy to your entire team. And so by putting that on Wisp, you really allow her to become even more god tier in terms of support than she already is.
Gotcha.
John is running Saren, so you
Saren
get
and
her
I have
molt. Pretty sure you get her
I-
molt.
Yeah, you get her molt. However, it's also the one you replace on her, so it's just kind of
Inconsistent of needing to use.
right. Like I'm running Sebgoth's what is it called? Reap. So the CC ability
Yeah.
instead of molt.
On Saren, or you think like Roar or something? Saren doesn't really need too much CC.
It's not for the CC.
Oh. What does it do for you?
Let me just read what it does. So it's Gloom. Summon a radial pulse wave that ensnares and slows enemies, siphoning their life force for the death well. Allies within the wave steal health and with each attack. So basically, while I'm standing there, I'm just constantly healing. Because my 1 and my 4.
Like a damage buff would still be better.
I'm already doing enough.
But not enough at the same time, John. Never doing enough damage if they're still running around on the map.
They aren't.
Really? I just killed 2.
I didn't have my spores. Hello, sirs.
Really?
Have COVID.
Hello, sirs. Have some SARS.
Have some spores.
Oh wow, I'm out of energy for the first time in forever. For the first time
I
in...
was just about.
I might not have had. I put my plant down by the objective, so you'll be able to get more energy
Sweet.
shortly. The thing about you were talking about drops earlier. A majority of drops are server side, and so you can share them. The thing about Protea's flower is that it's client side based on what it drops. So if you were low on health, but I'm low on energy, it's going to give me energy and you health.
Gotcha.
And that's what's really cool about her plant, is it's one of the only client-side things that I'm aware of. I think Necros' Desecrate also does some client-side stuff.
My guy's dead.
Necros, yeah, you're right, he is dead.
Oh no, sorry, I was talking about. There was a guy I was trying to infect more, and he was dead. I couldn't infect him. Ah, sir.
Let's see here. Alright, that's wave 9. One more wave, and then we'll be gone.
So
In terms of what that room, also Heinz, just used to be, it wasn't helmets until they added it. It's an infested room with a chair that talks to you. I think the correlation is that the chair is also the helmet. I don't quite remember. I thought it originally had something to do with the void. Something with the void square. I want to say the rest of it so bad, but it's lore intensive, and I don't want to. Did anyone else's screen just flicker?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't know if the stalker was coming for Heinz or Josh.
we talking about the red.
Maybe. No,
because when I
mine.
hit 4 at least, my screen goes roll red.
Okay. No, it may have just been a color shift. I thought this stock was coming for Josh or Heinz. But we didn't get a lot of information about that room originally. It unlocked for Nidus specifically without that cyst needing to be involved. And so it's infested base. So obviously, like last mission survival, that was a lot of the infested.
Yep.
And Nidus is the infested Warframe. And so that room welcomes him basically as like a kinship. As to what its entire purpose is, I don't think we still know entirely based off story, but it does have something to deal with that Helminth being there and allowing itself to sacrifice Warframes to it and be able to grade and change around abilities.
I can throw down multiple cages at once? Oh my
No.
god!
Oh, yes.
That is awesome! That's stupid!
So this one's... Yeah, I'm grabbing Atlas. I don't think I need the Karist.
Wait, I can grab it? How can I grab
What?
it?
Maybe you added... You did have a key added, evidently.
Weird.
Alright, and then we can leave. Alright.
Any closing thoughts?
Alright,
Did I
So-
pick up the form of Warframe?
oh, let me...
Guess so.
So, where do I start? So, no, it's before. If you were to ask me flat out before any of these videos that we did, if someone were to come up to me and be like, "Hey, what do you think the current state of Warframe is?" With me, without any sort of context, I would have said, you know, the same thing that I did for Smite. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I would have said below average to average, 4 and 5, without any context. Because without knowing anything, I thought this game was a lifeless, extremely. And when I say small, I mean like, you know, community-wise, and I thought it was just like the super grindiest of grinds, and it was almost like monotonous. However, given everything that I've learned through this video series, this game not only feels a lot bigger now to me, and it actually feels like a game that has a massive community, and knowing all like the little things and knowing how to find the information that I need, the grind doesn't seem as bad as it was before. And I like the aspect of, I think there are more options to play in this game as opposed to Monster Hunter, because in Monster Hunter your options are the weapon that you pick, and for those getting into that game, you have to find the weapon that resonates with you. For players like Josh, Carlos, etc., they have been able to gravitate towards more weapons than I ever was, where me, I was just glaive or bow. And then in Rise, it was bow, glaive, and even the heavy bow gun even piqued my interest. And then I dabbled in others, where in this game, outside of like the many weapons that you can have, there are more ways to play. And with the amount of like, you know, fashion, and I think there's more options when it comes to like fashion frame as well. The game doesn't seem lifeless anymore. The game doesn't seem small, and it doesn't seem as confusing. However, another however, comma, I have a few gripes, and I may understand why these systems are in place. So in Monster Hunter, I devoted hours upon hours upon hours upon hours to grind out the things that I wanted with no time constraint other than it was never a time constraint. It was always a difficulty constraint. You want Latrion armor? Come and get it. And I was faced with the grueling agony of trying to defeat that fucking monster, and that is the challenge you face here. And like I could see where the challenge would get higher, but with like experienced people and like with the community that there is. So with you guys, if we were to do something more difficult, I still feel like I'd be throwing down my 4 and my cat. Oh, but I had to say, like, that 620 some kills that I got, I think my cat did the majority of those. My cat and my cage. Honestly, because like there'd be times like I see somebody. And I love Cora. I do. I love the way that she plays. But if there's a way I could like deactivate my cat and be like, "Yo, can I whip something?" And
damn it, I was gonna try to run you straight into a steel path.
And I could definitely see where the difficulty would take place, but this game is a little bit more linear as opposed to Monster Hunter, and if I want to grind something out, I still have to wait 4 days to reap the benefits of what I grinded out, which I think was the biggest turnoff for me when I was in Korea, and it still is now, because it is so unfortunate. Just like, yes, I did all this, but I think my understanding of why they do that is if they didn't do that, John's way of playing in the marketplace, I think, would gravely suffer. There would be I don't know how I think a lot more stuff would be as cheaper, because like people are instantly getting it, and I think it would hurt the marketplace as much as it probably hurt Warcraft's when like certain exploits were made and stuff like that. And I get it and I understand. I just don't like it.
One addition I'd add to that is your previous comment about how there's so much more options in Warframe compared to Monster Hunter, is that you may have farmed for something for a couple of hours and now you're building it, but while that's building and while you're waiting for it, I've never had a problem really with the time constraint of those 4 days, because I always had something else to go do.
Right.
And in Monster Hunter, how hard was it for you to fight the Latrion for the first time?
Oh, God!
Like, would you say you had put hours into fighting the Latrion, or days?
Yeah. Well, days actually, because that was the fight that broke the community, and they actually nerfed it because there was a 10% success rate upon millions of people. And the thing is, beating that, the amount of times that I had to get the full set and putting that set on, like, a weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I had never felt more.
So,
yeah.
I want you to take that feeling and be like, if you took days and days and weeks just to get that armor set, is there really too big a difference in doing days and days of farming or hours and hours like John did with Sevagoth compared, and then
yes, it is, because I have it. They're just not giving it to me. There's a difference. If I let's say I did the grind in Monster Hunter, and I have it, but you can't have it yet. You gotta wait, and it's just like, no. It's I put in the work. Let me reap the benefits and do what I worked for.
No matter how you twist it, Warframe will always, the biggest thing that people will tear down this game for, or like be torn away from this game, the thing that will split the people from playing and just uninstalling, the one thing that makes this game good or bad is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what makes you compare it to Monster Hunter so much, but it does make sense. So in your Monster Hunter 8, and I'm also talking to you, Zach, in Monster Hunter, you hunt the rhino for the horn.
Yep.
In here, you hunt the whatever for the rhino helmet.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need 3 parts in Monster Hunter and 3 parts in Warframe to build your thing.
Yep.
So you hunt and you get the horn. You hunt in Warframe and you get the horn. You go at it again and you get the horn. Fuck, RNG. So you go again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And finally, after like a day or two, you get all the pieces. Okay. in Monster Hunter, you build the thing. Both of them have the RNGesus about like getting the pieces to build the thing you want, and the like grinding and fighting. Warframe then makes you wait X number of days, and then or X
So-
number of hours, and then X number of days, and like that's the thing that will separate or make the game.
And
I
that's
agree.
That's the gripe. That's it.
I think now that I'm talking about it, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's just there because Warframe is a free-to-play game.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna mention. Is how much are you spending on Monster Hunter
Just
comparatively?
just $60 for the game, and you
Yeah.
get free. And like that, one thing I like that Capcom does, and they've done it since the dawn of time, is free updates. And like all the extra stuff that you get, it's all free. They add it. You don't got to spend an extra penny more. And that's, yeah, I'm spending $60 on a game where this is a free game. But like I said, I had a counter argument to what I was saying too. That if there was no time constraint, John's way of playing he probably wouldn't be reaping the benefits as much as he is, because there is that time constraint. John grinded. John is trying to sell it. It's like I've done the work. You don't have to wait now. If that wait wasn't there, John probably wouldn't be reaping the benefits as much as he is. So, like I said, I understand. I get it. I just don't
actually
like it.
Don't understand that point of view. I don't think if you took away the like building time of parts and Warframes,
You don't think things would be
weapons.
relatively cheaper?
no, because there's still RNG grind, right? So like, what was the prime person that we had you grab at 5?
Naja?
Ivara.
Irvara.
Ivara, right? What's her rarest piece?
Systems, I would say.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
most
like,
rares.
yeah. What is the difference in price between the like? There is no correlation between time to craft and drop chance.
Well, if it's already...
It won't already be built though. Selling in terms of selling, you can't sell fully built parts. What John sells is the blueprints that you were just collecting earlier.
So I didn't know that. So then I retract
Gotcha.
what I say, because I thought it was like it's already built. John has already put in the time, so like he's done all the grind. The 3 days to build, puts it up for sale. And like if people are bypassing that, like, do you understand now what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How,
If you could bypass everything and you could just like buy shit outright, then that would change prices. Like a built systems would be more expensive than a systems blueprint.
Oh.
I totally understand that.
Yeah, so
that's
that
not a thing,
was my argument. So that's not a thing. So I retract. Other than that,
Yeah,
the last
it's-
the final things I have is I think there could be, so the one thing I mentioned with the things dropping, and like, so let's say I did a raid in WoW, and there's some bodies that I didn't loot and stuff like that, like outside of like the bosses and stuff like that. And I think Lost Ark does this too, where if you don't pick up stuff, it goes to your mailbox automatically. That's a quality of life thing that if Warframe did, jizz. Absolute jizz. And some, Josh said it too, some HUD customization, and that would be tits. Absolute just. But overall, based on everything that I've seen and that I've touched on, like, I would say, like, easily above average, like 7 out of 10. And like it would be, if I didn't have to wait, it would be easily 9 out of 10, just because that instant gratification bastard within me, just that's a personality trait. Like
So-
I'll say I'm flawed. For that.
Those two gripes is a lot less than I was expecting.
Honestly, yeah.
And it's fantastic because, again, this game's out 9 years. 9 years, you technically have a lot of gripes. Like, we have gripes with Rainbow Six Siege more than Warframe.
Yeah.
Especially
Unfortunately.
their client just by itself. So, especially it being one of my favorite games in all time, it's really makes me happy to hear only those two.
No, honestly,
and
I
one of
don't.
them-
played this story, dude. This story in this. So back when it came
it's-
out, there was no story. So literally, what we just did was, like I said a while ago, I wasn't on
The game.
camera, but like
Yeah.
there is no end game in Warframe. I hesitate to say end game, but the end game was literally just running in defenses and survivals until you got the part you wanted or wanted
Yep.
to sell or something. But now there's some really fucking good story, and like they were talking about at the very beginning of that survival that we were playing, like some of the music in here is really good. Like it's like depending on the song, and they don't have as much, but like it's League of Legends style good
Yeah.
music. And the story, like I cannot express to you enough. Like this story, like there could be a fucking TV show, like really good story. Like one of the people that just was a random ass, like kind of fun boss everyone ran a bunch of times, they brought him back in the story as like a teammate. And like there was like the story's just so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
And that didn't used to be a thing, and now we have like in-depth lore about so many things.
And then Heinz, I do want to point out, because again, I'm streaming this.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to give you an example of what the community's like, and wanted me to tell you to open up your inbox real quick. It's in communications.
Yep.
Communication.
Inbox.
No shot.
Oh my gosh! Welcome to Warframe. Unwrap. That's fantastic. Oh, affinity booster, and what's the other one? My assumption is Forma, but oh no, it's entirely new frame. Wow, fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, this community is definitely one of the best.
No, and I
That's
will say
fucking
from
crazy.
like the from Reddit and stuff like that and Google, like WoW used to be this friendly. Back in Vanilla, the Burning Crusade, and Wrath of the Lich King. Beyond that, something changed, and like stuff like this doesn't exist anymore in WoW. And this has got to be the most wholesome thing that I've ever ran into, and I'm actually like I'm touched as hell. So the Mandiest Hanny, thank you very much.
That's fantastic. That's awesome.
I will, yeah. This if you honestly, bro, if you've got a YouTube or a Twitch, something like that, I don't get very many views on
Link
YouTube,
it.
but I'm going to link you.
Link your
That's just a fantastic example there too. That's awesome.
Oh
especially
god,
especially for how annoying John's stream is to listen to. Like
That's fucked up.
sitting through that. Oh come on.
no, that was
it's
such
truly
a
awesome
that
to-
was the serotonin boost of a lifetime, and woo, and just like I'm on top of the world
it's
right now.
a frame you don't need to wait 4 days for.
Yeah, hey.
So, in terms of finalizing it, I have a final question for you, Heinz.
Yeah.
Are you, or two questions, enjoying the game? And then, secondly, are you going to continue to play it?
Am I enjoying the game? I am enjoying the game now, more now than I ever did when I first started it on console and when I rehashed it in Korea, because I just know so much more. Will I continue playing? Will I play this over, let's say, like Smite or Lost Ark or some other games I'm grinding out? Probably not. Will I uninstall it? No. This is like, because you guys probably like don't know this, but I still like daily will just log in to Genshin Impact and just like check my mail and just like collect stuff
Oh, shit.
and something like this. Like I honestly, Genshin Impact, don't get me wrong, it got me because of the waifus, but there's aspects of this game that I like a little bit more than Genshin. I mean, Genshin, if you're listening, if you throw Gene at me right now, I will not touch another game for about a year. And you got me. I will. But
when you play more in the story, you'll get to meet Space Mom, and she's about.
Oh yes.
You'll get to meet Space Mom, and she's actually voiced by one of the developers, which makes it all the more weird. But you'll get to meet Space Mom at some point, and I think that will be the equivalency to your Genshin Impact. Your
Or you can just play
requirement.
Wisp.
yeah, or you can just play Wiz.
so yeah, that's. But I will probably definitely continue and see. I'm looking at where I'm at now as kind of like, yeah, because I have Korra, and hey, now I have Volt, And
Mhm.
I have Oberon, which remember I built him back in Korea, and I waited and like I haven't even touched him yet. So I will consider this the end of this video the start of my journey, just diving a little bit deeper in this game. So I will
10 years old, going off on your own journey now. huh?
yeah. So
Gonna-
I will
collect 'em
take this
all.
opportunity to close out the video and say, hey, YouTube, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next current state of where I drag the original gang back into Paladins.
Oh dear Christ.
I don't have
And-
to know that, right?
Yeah, no, you do not have to
good.
suffer. It is
Good.
it is going to consist of myself, my brother Isaiah, Josh, Zach, and the fifth person unfortunately doesn't play on PC. I wanted to get Brevin in so bad.
It's cross-platform.
It is cross-platform.
I
I'm gonna
used to
do
play
everything I
on-
can to get like the OG5 in on this game. But if it doesn't happen, then we will have somebody else from the Discord.
was on there.
Hey, I was gonna say,
Matt
I
and
used,
OG?
I used to play it a long time ago, both on PC and console here.
Perfect.
A little bit.
We will have a 5-stack regardless. I'm
Are you
gonna
talking
try
about
and
Paladins?
correct.
Talking about Paladins.
I'm sick that day.
He will be there. But
Well,
thank you all.
Heinz, for running this.
yes,
Yep.
and I will see you all next time. Let me.
No, seriously.